I've been driving for 1 hour to get to this place. And it was forecasted no rain, but a little bit of fog. It's been a lot of rain these last couple of days. And the second I parked my car, guess what? Rain. It is a bit of rain here now in the air, but after 1 hour of driving, I'm not driving home again without doing this. So here we go. And I would be very amazed and yeah, if I don't get wet today. It's so much water around. So I managed to catch a cold. It's a very strange one at that, because it's only in the middle of my face. It feels clogged in my face, and you can probably hear my voice is a little bit of darker, and my nose is clogged. But that's it. I feel fine. The rest of my body feels fine, but yeah, I guess it's getting closer to that time of year, autumn and winter, unfortunately. I told you about the rain. And there is so much water everywhere. Normally, I guess you could use some, I see some rocks down there. I guess you could use those to get over this tiny stream, but it's not that tiny anymore. So, there's a rock. And here's some water. There's water everywhere. There's the rock. Okay. If I slip, I'm wet. There's water everywhere. How is this even possible? This foot. And over there. Ah, yeah, that was a journey. I was hoping this forest could give me some shelter from the rain that's kind of on and off, but it's not that dense of a forest, unfortunately. So I guess I'll get wet, but I'm watertight, so I guess that's okay. just up in that tree, when I got on top of this tiny hill, I saw something huge with wings just lifting up from one of the branches on one of the trees, and at least it was a rather big raven. Anyways, it was black and large. Most likely it was a raven, but yeah, I thought it looked rather big to be a raven. Look at these golden. I think this is very good tasting mushroom, but that mushroom has a cousin, and that cousin isn't too good to eat apparently, so I've gone to let that be, because I don't know much about mushrooms. Again, I need that book. Social media shows us that Norway is a beautiful country with lots of free nature and beautiful weather, rainy weather, and it's just to wear the right clothes and go hiking almost wherever you want, and everything is beautiful. But I have seen one or two social media posts about the unknown truth about Norwegian nature now in this time of year, and that's the hatching of the mosquitoes. I've been hiking for about 30 minutes now since I left the car, and I have 3 or 4 mosquito bites here. Some of them are rather big actually. I got some here, you can see on the back of my leg there are some nice ones. And all this because I forgot to spray myself with a mosquito repellent before I left home. Smart ass. whenever I see whenever I see streams like this, I think about how life was created in water, or yeah, life as we know it. How we're so dependent on water and how destructive water is. We can see some of the grooves in this bedrock are made by the water, and hundreds and thousands of years of streams like this. It's crazy and utterly amazing how something as soft as water is, or can be, can also be so extremely hard. It penetrates rock. It's astonishing to me that something as vital as water is also capable in just so short amount of time to destroy everything we know. Floods, destroying cities, not towns but cities, and it's killing thousands in just one wave. It's water. We need it to survive. It's beautiful to look at, but it's also so extremely dangerous. Really strange and astonishing. Truly amazing water. Without being too cocky, I think this body of grass, or it's really a marshland type of environment, is quite wet. But I need to get over there. The trail marked with blue, and there is. I have to get over there, so, and I can see it stretches quite far over there, and over there is that stream going down, so I guess that's kind of sketchy. I'll have to aim for those small trees, as their roots are probably making the soil a bit harder than the grass does. So we'll see how this turns out. Okay, this is not too bad. If I'm quick and look where I walk, this might not be too bad. I mean, my shoes are already soaked. There is lots of sounds coming from my shoes that should not be there, because of my socks are drenched in water. I mean, there is so much water here. I almost do not know. Look at this. Oh, there's a stick I can walk on. That helps. There's That's wet. That's really wet. Okay. So the water just disappears underneath the rock. What is this kind of sorcery? What? It feels weird when there's more water than feet in your shoes. That's for sure. Let's see how this water tastes. There's no smell. It tastes delicious. It tastes so natural. Oh, no chemicals. Nothing. Delicious water. Water like this, it's kind of important to taste it first, because if it has a bad taste, it's probably something in it that's maybe it's not good for your guts. But usually it's okay. Smell and taste, and it's usually good to go. At this point I almost do not care about the water, because as I mentioned before, I got more water in my boots than I have feet in them. So whenever I step, I see water coming out of the shoe. It's not how it's supposed to be, is it? Anyways, I have a kilometer or two before I'm at the top, so I better keep on going and not stopping by every small body of water. Now look at this. Again, I'm no expert, but this is from a moose, and I don't know if it's fresh or not. It's funny how I'm always seemingly close to a moose, but I've never seen one on my hikes. But what is that? It looks like some metal. This is not okay by any means. Whoever put them here, you're a bastard. Imagine carrying them up here. Why? I will never understand people. People are strange and will always be. People act so irrational and stupidly all the time. And in someone else's eye, I surely do too. But leaving barrels like that, even though maybe they were cleaned and just metal, you're not supposed to have barrels like that laying around in the marshlands in inner Norway or in nature at all. I mean, if it was along the road where I parked the car, I wouldn't even notice them. But up here, I walked 2 kilometers up a mountain, and now I see some. What? Yeah, as I mentioned, I will never understand people. People are strange, and so am I. I was hoping that the fog would lift and just disappear by the time I came to the top, but instead it looks like it stays. Everywhere I look, it's almost like I need glasses more than I actually do. It's blurry and stuff because of the fog. It's really strange walking here. It's almost like I'm having something in front of my eyes. Like I have to squint. It's easy to understand how people get lost in the mist, in the fog. I've been walking for about an hour, and it has been a rather noisy trip because of the water. There has been birds, no wind, but water dripping from the trees and the streams, the small waterfalls, some birds here and there. But now there is only water dripping from the trees. It's so silent. If it wasn't this wet, I could easily fall asleep here. The mountain, or the hill I'm hiking on now, is called Bjørnåsfjell, which translates to Bear Hill Mountain, strangely enough. And it's about 250 meters above sea, which isn't a lot, but it's enough. Unfortunately, if this fog doesn't clear, I will not have any view, I'm afraid, because this fog seems to be rather dense, and there is so much mosquitoes. 350 meters above sea, and a view that is almost as beautiful as a blank sheet of paper. It's I can feel the sun coming between the clouds here, but the fog seems to be rather thick still, unfortunately. But I need to have a rest to be able to walk further. There is a lot of mosquitoes, and that's unpleasant. Anyways, 350 meters above sea you find Bear Hill Mountain. I've done a lot of hiking, and I'm used to dealing with mosquitoes. But up here, there is so many flies. I've heard about it, that the hatching of the flies in the Norwegian forest or mountaintops or whatever. But this was insane. I couldn't enjoy my cup of coffee even. And my oatmeal, I wasn't able to taste it because I just shoved it down my throat. That was really unpleasant. But I get down from this top and more denser places where I hope there aren't so much flies. Now I see something rather interesting, and I will have to show you guys this. This is an old lodge of some sort. Maybe a hunting cabin or something like that. I guess we now know where the barrel's from. They've had stove in here. Look at this. An old saw and some really old bottles in there. There are some crowbars. Probably taken down by the snow and the lack of use. It seems rather rotten. Could have been an awesome place to camp though, if it was functional. I don't think that will support me, so better jump. There is so much mosquitoes and flies, guys. It's really unpleasant. I've been waving around my head since I left, since I arrived on the top. The mosquitoes, that's one thing, but the flies that try to get in to your nose and to your ears, and they crawl everywhere. I hate flies. Actually, I hate flies more than I hate mosquitoes, at least at the moment. Just sat in the second gear and almost ran through the woods the last 100 meters. And here now there is no flies, almost. And yeah, the anger is starting to get lower. I get so frustrated and angry when everything just doesn't feel right. I mean, I have all the flies. I slip and slide, and suddenly there's a body of water, and there's cobwebs. Everything was wrong for a period, so I just packed away the camera and just bolted out of there. And now I'm back at the car. But even though this maybe brought a fly on the camera, anyways, even though this hike wasn't as pleasant for me as I hoped it would be, I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos like this, or with more pleasant weather and stuff like that, that subscribe button and bell icon would help me a lot. And you, because the bell icon helps you get notifications whenever I upload new content in my mouth. Not content in my mouth, but mosquitoes in my mouth. Anyways, see you guys around. Bye.